What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Dragon Ball FighterZ. And we are back again talking about the next DLC character, if they were to come, and who they would be. And once again, I like asking in these poll forums and then getting you guys' feedback in the comments of these polls, seeing what you guys think. And today we had, if we had a choice, who would you rather, Majub or Super 17 from GT? Now, the reason I choose Majub is because he is the last iteration of Oob, technically, in GT. That's his most powered up form, and it seems that's what Dragon Ball FighterZ likes to kind of do when it comes to these characters. They like to add the latest iteration of those characters, and it kind of makes sense. But if we did get an Oob, I feel like it would be Majub rather than normal Oob, because Oob we only saw for literally one episode. He didn't really do much against Goku, whereas Majub, you know, had a more fleshed out character. You know, he did a decent amount within GT, and of course we have him going up against Super 17 because he is also from GT. Now, the thing about Super 17 is I don't think he's coming at all. I think he is possibly the he's possibly the most unpopular character from Dragon Ball GT in a nutshell, especially when we go by the arcs of the actual show. I mean, you have characters like Baby, you have characters like Omega Shenron. That's who Super 17 has to go up against. And obviously with this poll, a whopping 70% of you would rather Majub over Super 17. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of rigged this poll a little bit to put it into Majub's favor, because I know Oob is popular, and I feel like the reason he is popular is literally the mystery behind him. We don't know much about him, truthfully. Goku took him at the end of Z, and of course in GT he's different. Obviously in GT he's not as, I don't even want to say he's not as good, because we don't know much about him, period. But in GT he's just okay, but he can be dope, and I think in FighterZ he could definitely be dope. But once again, we're just gonna hop in through these comments, kind of talk about this stuff together. But anyways, let's start off with the first guy, Oob. I just want a black character in the game, to be honest. So I'm gonna be a Debbie Downer real quick and just let you know that Oob is technically like Indian. Dragon Ball has a different way of depicting black characters within its show, so just to rain on your parade a little bit, he is definitely Indian. But you know, I understand, I do understand, and honestly I also identify him as a black character, because technically, you know, he just got that little bit of chocolate to him. But we got this guy saying we got Piccolo and Hit. I don't think Hit's a black dude. Piccolo for sure, but yeah. But anyways, I will be hated for what I'm about to say, but I think Super 17 should have come out instead of Ranger 17. He's the same guy, but buffed and cooler. So yeah, you were on this ledge alone. Ranger 17 is definitely, to me, the cooler version of 17. Super 17 is just two 17s fused. He has a big ass ugly forehead. Honestly, I don't really care for his design too much. He gets a lot taller, and especially for me, taller characters, bigger characters within Dragon Ball FighterZ, I don't really care for. So personally, I wouldn't want him. I would actually rather have Super Buu with Gohan absorbed, but Oob is pretty cool. I mean, that's true. Super Buu could be dope. He could have a lot of moves, but that's beside the point. We are talking about the two characters that I have listed here. That's the whole point of me doing the polls. Some of you guys don't seem to quite to understand that, but I do want you to know I am listening to you. I understand what you're saying, but try to stay within the boundaries that I give you when it comes to asking these polls and what you comment. But here's this guy. He's the same as Kid Buu, but I see why he's popular. He is like what this guy said. He is only the reincarnation of Kid Buu. He's nothing like Kid Buu. He wouldn't have the same abilities necessarily. He literally just has the raw potential and power that Kid Buu has. but that has nothing to do with how he would fare within Dragon Ball FighterZ. This guy Super 17 is trash, and yes, I do wholeheartedly agree. Super 17 is not the best character out there, although again, in a fighter setting, I think that he could possibly thrive. I don't know. This guy, I want Oob in the game so bad. I agree, Oob would be really dope. This guy Oob Please has been asking for Oob since the game has come out, honestly. Look at his name, so you know you can't be mad at that. And then this man, I didn't know Majub was so popular. And of course, it's just like what I was saying, the mystery behind the character. I think I actually said something. In general, Oob is popular. I just figured he'd be the version we'd want to see if he came to FighterZ though. Oh yeah, so I was just talking about how it was Majub and not Oob. They're the same character technically, but you know, it's just, I think the mystery behind Oob is what gives him his popularity. I think that he does have that raw potential to end up being a dope character, especially if they finally, you know, get out of Dragon Ball Super and finally start doing some stuff at the very end of Dragon Ball Z, and we see the actual fruition. I don't even know what word I'm trying to use. If we actually see the actual fruits of his training, like if we see how he becomes this actual dope character that could quite possibly have God Key for whatever reason, you know, because he would have to at this point. He would have to be way stronger than he was in Dragon Ball Z. They'd have to change him in some way, shape, or form in Dragon Ball Super. But let's try to stick to FighterZ. I think that's where his popularity comes from, and you know, I think Oob could be dope in Dragon Ball FighterZ. That's basically the very end of that conversation when we talk about Oob. But again, if we had a choice between Majub and Super 17, Super 17 loses by a landslide. I think this is probably the most outvoted character that I've done yet. Like this poll wasn't close at all. Most of the other polls are fairly close, but this poll was just Super 17 got blown out of the water. And I think he is probably the most unpopular GT character, GT villain, when it comes down to the villains that we do talk about within GT. Granted, I don't count villains like Rildo and the other Shadow Dragons because they're not the main villain within Dragon Ball GT. So Dragon Ball GT has 3 big main villains, and that is Super 17, Baby, and Omega Shenron. And out of those 3, Super 17 just doesn't stand a chance. But anyways, guys, once again, if you had a choice, who would you want to have in Dragon Ball FighterZ? Whether it be these guys or some other people, just let me know down in the comment section below. Again, I just like doing these polls, and if you want to interact with these polls as well, follow me. Please hit me up on Twitter. Also subscribe to me on YouTube. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a post, and you can join these polls and we can get your opinion. If you comment down below, obviously you can be featured in the video as we talk about your comment. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. That's all I got for you. Peace out.